Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Up and Adam. My name's Adam Knoll. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm the guy bringing you guys all the weekly interviews and recaps from your favorite celebrities and pop culture influencers. Now, today's no different. Today, we're back to talk about Lisa Rinna and how she apparently played a role in the end of Amelia, her daughter's toxic relationship to Scott Disick. There's a lot of stuff being said right now, so we're about to break it down. But before we do, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell. Because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Now with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Okay, guys, so from what we're hearing, Lisa Rinna's disapproval of Amelia Hamlin's romance to Scott Disick, well, that reportedly played a role in the demise of this relationship, and they're calling it toxic. I don't know why as of yet, but I'm sure we'll get to that. So from a source was letting us know that Lisa had a lot to do with this breakup, and it had a lot to do with how she felt about Scott in the first place. Was it the age difference? Was it the fact that he has 3 children? Was it the fact that we've seen a lot of his toxic background play out on Keeping Up with the Kardashians? There's so many different factors as to why a mom would not want their daughter, their young daughter, dating Scott Disick. Well, it keeps going. Now, prior to her kind of excited response to the fact that Amelia and Scott broke up on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Lisa even said, why can't it be Harry Styles? Why does it have to be Scott Disick? Yeah, that's not a good starting point to how she might feel about this relationship. She did also make it known on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills that while her and Harry Hamlin are supportive of Delilah's relationship to E.L. Booker, it's not the same when it came to Amelia. So she said on the show, my husband, Harry Hamlin, made it quite clear that he would not object if Delilah and E.L. decided to get married. But while that says a lot, they cannot say the same thing for Amelia Gray. Then weeks later, after we heard that there was trouble in paradise, Lisa Rinna decided to share a photo of Harry Styles on her social media. And she agreed with the makeup artist, Michael Anthony, who said, manifestation works. This isn't happening. Harry Styles is not dating your daughter, Lisa Rinna. We're not giving you another storyline. Now, obviously, we're hearing that Lisa Rinna's opinion played a role in this relationship, but it wasn't the only thing. From what they're saying, Amelia felt the relationship was toxic. This is what an insider is explaining. But also adding that Amelia is not upset about the breakup. She feels that she made the right decision. Good for you, Amelia. She's so young, and it could be, I would imagine that it would be so easy to be jaded by the fact that he has this fame. He has millions of dollars. His name is tied to the Keeping Up with the Kardashians franchise. Like, I could see how it would be jaded and you would be like, oh, look who I'm dating. But if she decided this on her own and it wasn't Lisa Rinna, then I do want to say, good for you, Amelia Gray. There were rumors that leading up to the split, there was this DM back and forth between Scott Disick and Younes. Younes is Kourtney Kardashian's ex, and so obviously is Scott Disick. But Scott apparently slid into Younes's DMs and said, yo, is this chick okay? Bro, like, what is this? It was a photo of Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian all over each other in the middle of Italy. And he even said, in the middle of Italy? And while a lot of fans thought that maybe that had something to do with the breakup, we're hearing that was not the whole reason. We heard that this breakup was coming regardless. I'm sure she wasn't happy hearing that, Scott was upset over these photos surfacing, but also at the same time, Scott Disick, we have seen you with a number of different women. We've seen you guys all over each other. We've seen you guys on trips with each other. What is the difference? It seems like Kourtney is able to move on a lot easier and have a healthy, loving relationship, whereas Scott, at this point, it really just seems like he's trying to replace Kourtney. You're never going to replace Kourtney Kardashian. That's the mother of your children. Let's keep it moving. Now, leading up to this split, Amelia was open about the fact that her relationship with her mom was a little bit rocky, and she said this. My mom and I are really open with each other, but I am also still her baby. And right now we're having a little bit of a divide on that. It's hard as a mom to let your kid go and grow up. I don't know if that's necessarily true because they have no problem letting Delilah go. I feel like this is just really an age thing and also knowing Scott Disick's history because they're over here saying like, Delilah, you want to go get married? Go get married. We give you our stamp of approval. For Amelia, no, girl, you are not marrying Scott Disick. And Amelia shared a post on social media with a woman wearing a shirt that says, "Don't you have a girlfriend?" It seemed a little bit shady, but she's learning how to play the game. Who can blame her? And with that, she's received a lot of opportunities, which I kind of feel like a lot of the fans felt and believed that that's why she was entertaining this relationship in the first place. Not just because it's Scott Disick and being tied to the Kardashian name, but all of the opportunities that would come with that. Opening and closing shows during Fashion Week, having Boohoo reach out to you and ask you to be a brand ambassador, having all of these eyes around the world that are now on you that weren't on you before. Yeah, it makes sense. It's going to skyrocket your career. And even though Lisa Rinna seemingly opposed to this relationship, I don't know if that's necessarily 100% true. I think in her mind, she was most likely like, okay, Amelia, if you're going to do this, you better ride this out, get everything you can out of this relationship, get the opportunities, get the fame, and then you better make sure that this doesn't go any further than that. It's an opportunity. And Lisa Rinna even said she will do anything for $1, even where it depends on TV. Like, come on. Do we know who we're talking about right now? Give me a break. With that, I have a lot of questions for you guys because we know that Keeping Up with the Kardashians will be returning after its 20th season, but not to the same network. It won't be coming back to E. Instead, it'll be coming back to the Hulu streaming service. We've heard that they already started filming a little bit for this, and they signed a huge $1 million deal. I believe it was over $100 million, which is insanity. But just to be fair, my question is, will Amelia be featured on that docuseries? Will she be talked about? Will Kris Jenner come up to Scott and be like, how are things with you and Amelia? I'm just so curious about that. And then also, what is Lisa Rinna going to do for a storyline now? If you don't have your daughter's relationship to talk about, nobody cares about Delilah and E.L. Booker. I mean, we wish them the best, but it's not the name. His name doesn't carry the same weight as Scott, again, only because he's associated with the Kardashians. It's two totally different realms, not the same thing at all. So what are you going to use for a storyline, Lisa Rinna? It almost makes me wonder, now will she be a little bit more messy next season? Because they've already wrapped this season. They're filming the reunion tomorrow. Maybe she will. Maybe we'll get old Relentless Rinna back, because this season she is not being that. She's like, I'm drunk. I didn't see what was going on. I don't feel like I'm treating you a certain way. It's not my position to get in anyone's business. Nobody even knows where this Rinna came from. Did you just go to like a retreat while you weren't filming and decide you're going to be this like Rinna? Because that's not what they're paying you the big bucks for. Okay, sis? Just making that clear. All right, guys. Well, if you haven't already, go ahead, comment below. Give me all of your opinions because I need them. And don't forget, today we will be going live at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be a great time. That is 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We will be going live with Emily D. Baker and also Down with Jason to break down last night's episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I have so many questions for Emily, and thank goodness she is a Bravo fan, because I couldn't do this without her chiming in. This is such a fun time, and it's the only person in the world on YouTube, well, I did it for Kempire too, but that I will go over an hour-long live with. Usually I'm after an hour, I'm like, I gotta get out of this seat, but not for them. All right, well, with that, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell, because, well, you don't wanna miss anything we have coming up. No, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.